Okay, so the first thing I wanted to do, we're going to just start with passing. And the first part's going to be a bit more theoretical, but trust me, this is important because I think I want to start focusing on a couple of problems I see everyone having when they're trying to pass guard, especially in the grip fight. And I want to spend some time really focusing on grip fighting and getting an advantage in the engagement, especially in the first areas. So first of all, I see a lot of people trying to pass, like for example, closed seated guard like this. They're kind of upright and they're just kind of doing whatever. And then, you know, he gets a grip, strip, he gets a grip, strip. Okay, yeah, exactly. This is actually really inefficient because it's doing two things. One, I'm giving him a lot of weapons. Okay, I'm giving him a lot of areas to attack. Exactly. He can get to my legs really easy. And at the same time, my grips are very passive. Okay, my grip fighting is being very defensive in this. And the problem with that is we get to a situation where he takes a grip, and I'm just sitting here, just getting rid of all of his grips. Exactly, and every single time I get rid of a grip, he gets deeper and deeper into his guard and into his attacks. And I'm never able to launch my own attack because all I'm doing is just getting rid of grips and being completely defensive. And the more I'm being defensive, the less ability I have to actually do something to him. And we don't want that to be our situation, okay? So the first thing I want us to do is to start kind of getting used to a different stance. I don't want us to be in a staggered stance, okay? Anyone who's really good at wrestling will immediately grab an ankle. No. Stand up. I've seen Joseph Chen do this 1,000 times. He would just immediately pull that ankle and completely ankle pick you from that position. We want to be parallel. And we want to sink our body weight so that we're head-to-head with our opponent. This gives me two things. One, I have a much lower base, which makes me more stable. If he tries to do an ankle pick now, I'm not going anywhere. Okay? Two, if he tries to shoot into me now, he's going to give himself a headbutt. Okay? So I'm taking care of two of his long-range attacks from the very get-go by just lowering my body in general. Move back a bit so that we can get the feet in the picture. Okay, and I want my arms to be on the inside. I don't want my arms like this. Okay, yeah, exactly. He can pull and break my stance. If I'm like this, now if he tries to pull, I can resist this a lot more easily. And you just saw, in order to get to my elbow for the arm drag, he had to overextend. Yeah, do that again. So he has to overextend now, and now this is giving me an attack because now I've broken his stance. Okay? So, the first thing I want us to do, just a little bit, no time limit now, just kind of play around in that position, okay? Just let your partner try to do some things, okay? Not very active, just in this position and just kind of let him, yeah, exactly. Okay, and just get used to the position, okay? What I want to see with the next exercise I'm talking. Okay, the next part's going to look. I swear to God, this is not some Aikido stuff. This is actually something that people do a lot. I really watch a lot of Joseph Chen videos, and he does this a lot as well. So we're just going to start with some basic kind of grip fighting games. We're going to start with a simple grip exchange, and then we're just going to build up, adding a simple new element until we're getting into a nice dynamic grip fighting exchange, okay? So the first thing we're just going to do is we're just going to assume he gets a grip, okay? The problem I see when people are grip fighting and this sort of thing happens is they just do this and then they come back, okay? And this is what I was referring to earlier. If I just strip his grip, then I go into a defensive situation because the best I can hope for doing this is, the best I can hope for doing this is, okay, now we're back to zero. No one has an advantage, no one has an attack. The thing is again, I don't want to just go back to zero. I want to defend in a way that gives me an opening, okay? So we want to always put ourselves in a situation where our defense goes immediately into our attack, okay? So what I want everyone to do is to stop doing this to defend the grip, okay? Never be happy with just not being touched, okay? We always want to turn our grip defense into a grip of our own. And we're going to start with just that one, okay? So when he hits the same side grip, I'm never going to strip my grip and go here. I always want to go forward, grab his own wrist, and now not only have I got my own grip, I've actually started to stabilize him now. I can use this for an arm drag, and now I can start going for the back. Okay? My defense is immediately my attack as well. So I'm not just, oh, don't touch me, because that's just a matter of time until I make a mistake, he finds an opening and takes me down, and I don't want that. I want to put him in a situation of grabbing. I want to put him in a situation where he is the one, now he's got to get rid of my grip. Okay, oh, now I get another grip, now we can go to this. Okay, I always want to put him in a situation where he's the one who has to defend. Okay? So, first exercise we're going to do a series of 1-minute games. Okay? First one is just, he's only allowed to take a mirror grip, so same side grip. And I just want you to practice, okay, he gets grip, I come and get my own grip. And he gets another grip, again, I get my own grip. And try to stay in your stance when you do that the whole time. So, don't just start doing this. Okay? So, stay low, get your grip, okay? And just do this, okay? So, that's all I want to see right now, okay? Just mirror sight, just practice getting that grip from his grip, okay? Clear what I want to see? Okay, that's looking like it's where I wanted to be, so now the next parts are going to start coming a bit faster. We're going to start adding a lot more elements a lot more quickly, okay? So, we've got the mirror grip, okay? Now, cross grip. Okay, so if he gets yeah, exactly, this kind of a grip, okay? This is actually easier, but we basically want to do the exact same thing more or less, okay? So I don't want to just do this, especially like this, because now look what, yeah, exactly, I've basically given him a double leg, okay? So the same idea, with my hand, I come up where the thumb is, forward, grab, and pull. And I want to bring him in this position again, okay? So, then just here, pull. Okay? It's really simple. I realize this sounds very simple, but you have no idea how many people are really bad at this. So most people I'm grip fighting with are always like, it looks like two kids at the playground, just going, so it's really important to get this kind of offensive grips going, okay? So next game, okay, again we're going 1 minute. Now my opponent gets to take a mirror grip or a cross grip, okay? He gets to pick which one, and I just have to do the correct answer. So, which is here, okay? He gets a cross mirror grip, I do it here. He gets a cross grip, I go here, and we just do that again. 1 minute him, 1 minute me, okay? Another grip to this, okay? So another common grip, a 2-on-1. He grabs with both hands on one of mine, okay? Now it's going to be really hard for me to do any sort of hand outside sort of Aikido stuff, okay? So. But what I can do is I still have my free hand. The easiest thing to do is find out which hand, look at which hand's on the same side as my free hand. We take a sloth grip, so like this, not like this. I don't grab with the thumb, I just hook in with my wrist, pull, and now I can do my first one again. Now I have both hands. And now again, I can go to the wrist, go to the back, and start pressuring the end and get in top position. Okay? So, again, showing it again, so just which hand is on the same side as my free hand, hook in, pull, grips. Okay, and again, you see, I'm not just holding, I'm debalancing. I want him to be in a bad position after this, preferably with back exposure so I can just lay on top of his back. Okay, so another common room you're going to see a lot, an arm drag. Okay, so my opponent's an arm drag. Yeah, exactly. So this is something you're going to see a lot. This is really good for him because if he executes the arm drag, he gets back exposure, he can start cracking on single legs, he can go to my back, he can do all sorts of horrible things to me that I don't want, okay? So, how do we deal with the arm drag? It's actually very similar to what we did. So now instead of hooking on here, because if I try to do it like this, he's actually really strong. So I'm going to go on the tricep instead, pull out, and now I can actually just go up with this arm, and now I get my own arm drag from his arm drag. Okay? So, showing that again. So again, we don't grab like this. Okay? We don't grab like people. We grab a sloth. Doesn't hold on to the tree like this, because he's eventually going to fall. His hooks actually kind of go in like this, and he's just holding like that. Okay? That's the kind of grip we want to take. Okay? So if he comes in for an arm drag, I want to come in here. I'm not grabbing with my thumb. My thumb is on my hand, kind of like a karate chop. And I want to open that elbow. Okay? I don't need to break the grip. I just need to open that elbow. And from here, I can come in with my other hand on the tricep. And now I pull, and now I've got my arm drag. And as you can see, I can go directly to his back and start taking top position. Okay? Clear what I want to see? Okay. Doesn't get better, okay? So, and this is where people really drive me fucking insane when I see people defending this one. So, because we've gotten up everything with the hands, something you're also going to have is people getting collar ties. Yeah. And what drives me crazy is I see so many people just do this. And now again, I'm back at zero. Now he just gets another collar tie. Now I'm back at zero. Okay? And I see this all the time as well when people, yeah, exactly. That happens so many times. Or in wrestling, especially when I'm wrestling with people in stand-up, I see so many people that I go for collar ties and I'm just like, and again, it's like the kids at the playground doing that. And it drives me crazy. Again, we don't want to just break a grip. We want to break a grip and get a grip of our own. So when he goes for a collar tie, okay? So I'm not going to elbow post and do this because this returns me to zero. And I don't want zero, exactly. I don't want zero, I want advantage. So when he grabs a collar tie, I go with the other side, grab in. I need to get my hair out of the way. I'm about to pull my own hair. Okay, so I'm going to grab here, and I'm going to bring my elbow to my ear, and I'm going to shrug it off. And now, again, I get my grip, and I've got back exposure. Now I can start leaning into him, taking top position again. Okay? So, the way this looks alone, I'm not doing this. I'm not pulling. I'm coming here. My shoulder is doing the work, and my hips. So I come here, and I'm turning this way. And this is what's bringing him in that position, and when I can just frame with my other hand, and now I get the back exposure. Okay, so showing it with my partner again, getting my hair out of the way. Okay, I come in here, get my grip, shove it to the side with my shoulder, frame, and now I've got my back exposure. Okay? Hear what I want to see? Okay, again, we'll do 2 minutes now, just so we can get a bit of time. All the grips are now legal. Mirror grip, cross grip, 2-on-1, arm drag, collar tie. Okay? What we're going to be doing, again, is going to be a bit more of a game situation. We let our opponent get a grip, we counter the grip, and our goal in general is either to get in this position, or we basically have one fundamental dilemma that we want against a seated guard. We either want to get to his back, first goal, that is our primary goal. From here, that's why I've been spending so much time making sure that, yeah, we can get back exposure, because this is, for me, the best position I can get in this situation. I can go to his back, I can pass the mount, I can do all sorts of things from here, okay? This is, for me, the ideal, okay? Now, he does have a very good way to prevent me from ever getting to his back once he loses the grip fight, okay? Is I come here, and he just, if I come here, no, you're giving me the back. The easiest way for him to avoid me getting to his back is to, is to go into supine guard. And that is actually our second goal. Okay? We want to get either to his back, or we want him to go into supine either willingly or unwillingly. If we get to the back, great. We have our passing options, we have back takes, we have attacks we can do from the back. If we have him in supine guard, we'll be going into more detail of this in the next class, but if he's in supine guard, then I have the advantage that I am now on my feet more athletic than he is. I am more maneuverable, I can move around a lot more. If he's on his back, no. If I just do this, it's really hard for him to follow me now. Okay, I have the advantage in terms of mobility, and if we consider the game that we did on at the beginning of the class as well, so if he's on his back, now I can start coming here, getting both feet to one side, getting into his guard, now I can start going into leg drags and everything like that. Okay? So, for the first game that we do, we're just going to let our opponent get a grip, and I have to get him either either to his back or have him go to his back. Okay? If I get to his back, I win. If he is able to stay seated, I lose. If I get him on his back onto the ground, I win as well. So if he lays down, I win. If I get to his back, I win. So that should look something like this. Okay, so okay, I've got his back, I win. Okay? Now again, try to not let me win. Okay, I got to his back, I win. Okay, and this is what we want to do. Okay, just this. Alright?
So turtle counts as back too.
Yeah, if I get my chest on your back, I win. Okay? So, let's work on that. Everyone gets 2 minutes now with this game, okay? And now we're going to start switching up partners a bit more as well, because I think everyone's done the grips. We all know the kind of grips that we're going to be fighting. And now I just want you to be able to work on getting to the back or getting him on his back, okay? Right now, don't worry so much about pulling his feet and putting him on his back. I want to work on that later, because that goes into another way of passing that I haven't done yet, and I just want you to worry about getting to the position where you have the advantage, okay?